There are a lot of people in this world who can't stand the fact that you are the best version of yourself, and we are going to make sure that they feel so freaking uncomfortable right now. I saw this video the other day on some bros podcast where they were essentially saying how they do not like women empowerment channels or podcasts where women talk about being confident and being the best version of themselves. They felt like they do not like it, and one of the major reasons why they said that was because they felt like it was too self-centered, and they were asking this question about why are they saying you need to be confident, or you need to be better at something, or you need to believe that you are the best version of yourself. Why can't you just be why can't they preach that you have to be equal with the men out there? But I kept thinking about it, and the thing is that their version of equal is not our version of equal. They believe that if you have to be equal, you have to, most of the time, especially in podcasts, people who have podcasts like this, where it mainly focuses on downplaying somebody else's confidence, or making sure that you're humble, and basically making sure that you do not play your best hand, and you are in that medium level so that they do not feel overshadowed. It's most of the time it's about leveling down rather than actually leveling up, or they believe that it's better the other gender levels down, women levels down, rather than them making sure that we need to raise our standards. If women believe that they can finally be in their power and they can be confident about themselves, might as well make sure our standards are all also in that level, and make sure that we also reach that or match that standard. But they would much rather focus on making sure that women don't feel confident in the first place, and that is so frustrating. Most of the time when I see channels like this, especially the alpha male podcast channels, what I see is, at least from all the clips that I've seen, or the one or the two times I actually listen to these podcasts, it's always about dominance and control, or how to make sure that you're being in control of somebody else, and essentially making sure that other people are at your submission. But on the other times I actually listen to women empowerment podcasts, it's more about how to build your confidence, or how to make sure that you are the best version of yourself. And most of the time it also deals with very complex emotions, how to deal with jealousy, and how can you make sure that you are actually showing up as a good friend to other people. It's really about being your best version and making sure that you are a good human being, and it's not at all about submission. And I think showing up as your most confident self is not just a privilege, it's not something you are just making up on the way. It's essentially survival, because showing up as your most confident self makes sure that other people respect you. And I have seen so many women, including me, where all the times I try to be humble or I try to be too nice, there are so many energy vampires out there who just wants to suck the life out of you. If you do not show up for yourself, nobody is going to come and save you. And we all know that. That's why we are actually stepping into our power now, and most people don't like it. And I know this sounds gloomy, but I'm just so frustrated with us even having to talk about it in this first place. I've been having to explain to other people that, this is why I want to be confident. Nobody else asks this to all the alpha podcast men out there. They don't ask you, why are you supposed to be this confident? Why do you think you need to be the best man out there? Nobody asks that. But if a women empowerment podcast is there, they have to even explain why they think being the best version of yourself is a necessity. And I am so frustrated with it. So these are the things that I make sure that, and I actively do to make sure that I show up as my confident, my best version of myself. So let's go. The number one thing is your goal in life should not be to be liked by everyone. Your idea of life should not be to make sure that you appease to everyone and you make sure that, oh, everybody likes me and no matter what, this person likes me, so I am good. Oh, this person does not like me, oh my god, I might be a bad person. That should not be your goal. If you have an opinion, stick to that opinion, stand up for your opinion, but also make sure that, if something goes wrong or if you are proven wrong, be okay with changing your mind, but also make sure that you are standing up for your opinion in the first place. If somebody asks you, you want to do something and you really don't want to do it, but you still agree to it and be this S girl no matter what, then at one point of time or the other, people are not going to respect you anymore. And I promise you, you are not going to respect yourself anymore. You are just going to build this resentment towards yourself, towards others, because you don't know how to say no in the first place. I know you might have heard of this famous quote, a friend to all is a friend to none. I think Taylor Swift said that, and you don't have to like her songs to know that that is a very valid quote. Because if you are this person who does not stand up to her friends or stand up for her friends, you are not a good friend. I know for a fact that if your best friend says that, oh, I want to go back to my ex, and if you say that you should not do it, yeah, she might not like that opinion. She might say that, why are you saying that, you never support me? She might say that, but trust me, she'll always respect you and she will come back to you because she knows that you always tell her the truth. She always knows that you will tell her your opinion no matter what. And that's what we need. How others perceive you should not be your baseline for how you exist. Say that with me again. How others perceive you should not be your baseline for how you exist. The second one is, if you want to do something very daring, but you often think that, but that is not just me. Guess what? It does not have to be you. In the sense that, let me explain, in the sense that if you feel like once we are set in this pattern and we believe certain things about ourselves, we might believe that, oh, my personality is I am a bit introverted. My personality is I do not like going out. But sometimes in life you have to go out. You have to network with people. Let it be for work or making new friends. You have to do things out of your comfort zone. And that might be hard because you have perceived yourself to be this kind of person. So one thing that has really helped me is to create an alter ego. I saw this video recently by Tam Kaur. You might have obviously seen some of her videos and she's amazing. If you haven't, please go check her out. She said how she created this alter ego Tam Kaur because she wanted to show up as her most confident self, and it's almost like this is another person and she's just acting out that character. And I think many celebrities do that. I think Beyonce also does this, where her alter ego name is Sasha Fierce. So they show up as this most confident self because they do not see themselves as me anymore. They see them as that character, and once you create this story for that character where this person is super extroverted, they have no problem making friends, they dress in a certain way, or they're just very live sunshine kind of person, or they're very powerful kind of person, there is no stopping you, because that idea of, oh, but this is not me anymore, kind of dissolves. Then it's just you and that character that you made up for yourself, and that really helps you to get out of your comfort zone. The third thing I would say is embrace the mindset of why the hell not. And that really helped me because every time I feel a bit insecure about certain things, I want to dress a certain way. But oh, you know what, that is not really me and I might not look good in it. Why the hell not would you not wear it? You are young, which means that these are one of the times where I can wear any kind of dress that I like. And if I do not perceive myself to be that way, or I do not allow myself to be that way, then when am I going to do it? There is this very cute girl who seems super cool and I want to be her friend and I want to go say hi, but I'm scared. Then ask yourself, why the hell not? It might go the other way. It might go the other extreme where she is a bit rude. Okay, then you don't want to be with a friend like that anyway. But it could go the other way and you could make a really good friend. Then you could hang out for, I don't know, maybe she could even become your best friend. I'll tell you the story because this really happened in my life, and this is the time I realized how, oh, okay, like I can just do this, it's that easy. When I was in university, there was this other girl. She came for exchange. She came as an exchange student, and she was in my class. And I always thought she was very cool, but I did not want to be this person who annoys her, because it was an Indian university and she was only one of the people who came from Europe. And so everybody was already kind of talking to her, and I don't want to be that person who would just annoy her. And I had this feeling that some people were only talking to her because she was an exchange student, not because they genuinely wanted to be friends with her. And I don't know, I just let my mind think of all of these things, so I didn't want to bother her, so I didn't go to her. But after a few days, she came to me in class and she told me, do you want to go for a coffee? And I was actually kind of like, oh, that is so cool. And then I went with her. And we became very close friends until she came back to Germany. We had so much fun. We always used to go out. We go out for coffee every week. And we had such a fun time. And now she's in a whole another, another stage of life. And I'm still part of it. I'm so happy that I made that friend. But that would have never happened if she thought the same way that I did. And I'm so glad that she didn't think that way. She asked herself, why the hell not? And that's the reason why we are both friends now. So take that chance. Go make a friend. Wear that dress that you really want to wear. Because life is too short to keep asking why. Ask why not. The fourth one I would say is bring more awareness into your life. Often ask yourself questions about who am I as a person? Do I like who I am now? Do I like my friends? What are the qualities that I like in my friends? What are the qualities I like in my partner? What do I want my future to look like? And see, not always you might have answers to these questions, but it's good to evaluate where you are in life right now and what do you want to do in the future, and what are the kind of things you want to happen in your life. Because it's so easy to be on autopilot and constantly keep thinking, oh, somewhere or the other it's all going to work out. And I promise it's going to work out, but you have to put in some action into it too. If you want to have really good friends, but you do not do anything to make friends, or even if the current friends treat you very bad, you're just like, it's okay, like at least I have them. No, make sure your friends have the qualities you actually need in them. And there is nothing wrong with working in a 9 to 5, or like making sure that you have a very stable job. And obviously that is something that we have been doing as humans for generations now. But evaluate once in a while where your life is. Are you happy with the job you currently have? Do you see growth in it? Do you see growth with your friends? Do you see growth with your partner? Just bring more awareness into your life instead of just thinking that I'll just do life day in and day out. I'll just be an autopilot, and some days it might change and some days it's not, and that's okay. No, that's not the way to live life. When you are in your most confident self, you know what you want and you know how people should treat you, and that has to come with you asking yourself questions about who am I as a person. The last thing I would say is surround yourself with people who will make sure that they support your ambitions, who love you for who you are, and will make sure that you feel heard in every single way possible. Because your environment plays a huge role in how confident you feel as a person. As long as you are surrounded with people who love you and who will make sure that nothing goes wrong for you and they'll support you no matter what, it's so much more easier to be confident around people who you know for a fact that is not going to judge you. If your friend is somebody who constantly criticizes you, evaluate why you are friends with them in the first place. And I have been seeing these reels in TikToks to see whether my partner will peel an orange for me or will they make a tea for me. I saw this video the other day where this woman asked her, I think her husband, can you make some coffee for me? And they had he made this whole speech about oh, what do you mean? No, it shouldn't. That's so crazy. it, like, I am not saying go test your partner. I'm saying that it shouldn't even come to that. You should know that your partner would do small things for you. It shouldn't even be a question. It shouldn't even be a question whether when I'm feeling tired, whether my boyfriend would make me some coffee. It shouldn't even be a question, because that's the bare minimum. It shouldn't be even a question whether your friends would be there when you're going through a hard time. That's the bare minimum from a friend. So things like this shouldn't even come to any sort of testing. You should just know it inherently, because you know for a fact that you will only choose people who are good people and who will be there for you no matter what, who will love you for exactly who you are, but will welcome change with open arms. Those are the kind of people you want to be around. I hope this video has been really helpful for you, and I hope you love this video. Please subscribe. I would really love it if you subscribe, and it kind of motivates me to do even more videos like this. So please subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Press the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys.